So, you did it. You're a new psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. You passed the boards, you got the job, but maybe there's this little voice in your head, this nagging feeling you just can't shake. Well, today we're putting together a survival guide for that exact feeling, imposter syndrome. Man, does this sound familiar? I saw this comment online from a new PMHNP and it hits you right in the gut, doesn't it? Because it perfectly captures that feeling that so many of us have but are afraid to talk about. It's that huge gap between what your certificate says you are and how you actually feel day in and day out. And look, if you take just one single thing away from this, please let it be this. You are absolutely not alone. Pretty much every new PMHNP feels this way in those first few months. This isn't some personal failure on your part. It's practically a rite of passage. So where does all this doubt come from? Well, it really kicks off with something that can be a huge shock to the system, the great identity shift. You've probably spent years becoming a really confident, capable RN. You knew the protocols, you knew your role, and now, as a PMHNP, it can feel like you've been dropped back at square one. And when you really break it down, the shift is just massive. As an RN, right, you're working within these established protocols. Other providers are making those big diagnostic calls. There's always a team, someone above you for that final decision. But now, as the PMHNP, nope, the buck stops with you. You're the one deciding the diagnosis. You're the one prescribing the meds. You carry all of that final responsibility. It's a whole different ballgame. And that is exactly why feeling like an imposter isn't just normal. It's predictable. It's not a sign you're bad at your job. It's a sign that you've stepped into a role with a ton of responsibility. It's something we can call the confidence gap. Let's just define it really simply. Imposter syndrome is just what happens when your level of responsibility skyrockets way, way faster than your confidence has had a chance to catch up. Your brain just hasn't had the time to build up that mental library of experiences to match what's being asked of you. So yeah, every new case can feel pretty scary. And this timeline, this is pretty much the journey. That first 90 days is the real crucible. Week 1 is just terror, pure terror. By week 3, your browser history is just a long list of medications you've Googled. By week 6, you're triple-checking every single decision. But then, something starts to change. Around that 3-month mark, you get this little feeling, okay, I think I can do this. This is the path, this is normal. And this gets to the absolute heart of it. Passing your boards means you're competent. It means you're safe. It gets you in the door. But real, deep in your bones clinical confidence, that doesn't come from a piece of paper on your wall. It comes from seeing patient after patient, making decision after decision. It's built through pure repetition. Okay, so we figured out what the problem is. Now, let's talk about the solution. Here it is, your 90-day survival guide. These are 4 actual, concrete things you can start doing right now to build that confidence brick by brick. First up, slow down. Seriously, saying, you know what, let me take some time to review this case isn't weakness, it's excellent clinical practice. Second, focus on mastering a small core of, say, 10 to 15 medications. You don't need to be an expert on everything overnight. Third, use checklists. When you're feeling overwhelmed, a structured approach is your best friend. It helps prevent mistakes. And finally, and this is a big one, find a mentor. There is no faster way to grow than by learning from someone who's already walked the path. Now, if you stick with it, if you use these strategies and just put in the reps, something amazing starts to happen. Your confidence finally starts to close that gap with your responsibility. This is the turning point, and it's all about the incredible power of pattern recognition. Just picture this. You're maybe 3, 4, maybe 6 months into the job. A new patient sits down, and they start to tell you their story, their symptoms, and boom, there it is. That's the aha moment. It just clicks. Your brain recognizes the pattern. You know the potential diagnoses, you know the go-to treatments, you know what to watch out for, and that is the exact moment that real confidence starts to take over. The fear doesn't disappear completely, but it's no longer in the driver's seat. So let's just reframe this whole thing. You are not an imposter. You are a new clinician, and you are learning a profession that is incredibly complex and demanding. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is to be humble, to stay curious, and to just keep on learning every single day. That's it. That's how you become a great PMHNP. So I'm going to leave you with a challenge. Your confidence is built one patient, one case, one decision at a time. So my question for you is this. What's one specific thing you're going to do this week to add another entry into your own experience library? Think about it and then go make it happen. You've got this.